Hello, Disc Golf World. Welcome back to your 2020 Championship at the Preserve presented by Prodigy Disc. My name is Kevin Jones. Luke Humphries is here with me. How are you doing, Luke?
Kev, I am doing well, watching Emerson Keith absolutely shred that front nine. Thomas Earhart not far behind him. Cale Leiviska, I presume will be playing a lot hotter this back nine. Can't wait to see what these guys do. Starts off with this hole 10, an iconic hole here at the Preserve. That nice rock wall guarding the green. You must land inside the rock wall and inside these cart paths to be inbounds. Definitely one that guys want to get, but you got to get the distance right first. Cale, looks like he's playing a mid-range.
Hit it.
Scoots right out there to circle's edge. Not a bad shot from him. Thomas, after a great birdie on hole 9, one of the best putters I personally know. Just a real fun kid to watch. Up-and-comer Brian Earhart's younger brother. They're actually tied for the highest rated players in Illinois. And if this fades, it should be good. Yeah, that's plenty close for Thomas.
It works. Circle's edge isn't really where you'd put yourself if you had the choice on this hole.
No.
But
at only 299 feet, definitely want to get this one, but he's still got a chance for it. Emerson looks to be playing the other route, the forehand route. Putting it way up there. Oh, yeah. So nobody parked on this card yet. A few putts need to be hit before these guys get their birdies. See what Adam can do. Just getting that grip just right. He's got the whale sack, little dirt, little spit. And boom. Super stable.
it's going to be swinging in. Thought it might be a little long, but it's perfect.
Yeah. Gets the fortuitous roll, and that'll definitely be a birdie. Thomas with his foot on the 33-foot line.
That's a dirty putt. Challenger OS.
Just a nose-up spinner. Dead in the heart.
Well, that was fun to watch.
Yeah, fantastic putt from him. Never a doubt. Cale probably putting from a similar spot on the other side of the green, right about circle's edge. Couple of deep breaths, settling himself. He's got an uphill stance from this side of the green. Not his best effort. It's got to be hard to run a tournament, to be the guy that owns the course that the tournament's on and try to play. I'm sure he's just got his hands full at this point. A little bit hard to focus.
Oh, he's a busy man right about now. There's no doubt. Emerson, another putt right in that sweet spot, that low left part of the basket that people that putt on a hyzer like Emerson find themselves making a lot. It's definitely an advantage to the hyzer putt. Ultimately a good putt from Emerson, and he's 8 down through 10.
8 under through 10 holes, just setting a flaming hot pace. You know, if he keeps this up, he may be able to post something from third card and see if the leaders could come back and get it. Depending on how hot he finishes, Emerson might have a chance to eventually win this thing.
Yeah, he's got an opportunity for sure. He just needs to birdie as many holes as possible, possibly every hole that remains.
Yeah, and then grab the eagle on 18.
Yeah, do everything that he can in his power.
Yeah, hole 11, par 4. This hole coming in as the third easiest hole on the course. Not a ton of OB. You've got to go pretty far right to find it. There's no OB left, and the trees are, I think, dispersed well enough that if you end up there, you shouldn't have a problem getting yourself into circle 1 for putt. Just trying to put it 400 feet down the middle, and that'll leave a pretty simple approach for these guys.
That's exactly what you want to see on a drive. I like to play that hyzer release, something that's going to take the torque and start moving to the right. But ending up left like that is how you kind of want to do it.
Yeah, opens up the access to the green a little bit. He shouldn't have to worry about trees being in his area. He's got a good forehand. And Emerson ripping on that red Ballista Pro again. Man, getting the angles right on this one.
Perfect drive, full power release too.
It's a really satisfying fairway.
Oh, yeah.
To watch it fly.
He'll have less than 200 feet into that green. Adam looking to get it turned over out of the hand. It didn't, but looks to have fallen down right there. Even with a drive that's suboptimal, he should still have a chance to get a birdie on this one. Cale going back to that 750 D1.
Hold it.
Fading a little early. Kind of over there by Thomas. Over half the field able to card the birdie on this hole, 51% exactly, and it played 0.43 strokes under par. So definitely one you want to get. We didn't have a 2 on this hole this round, but Thomas Gilbert was able to grab it second round with a big putt. And that was a harder spot to end up in than I would have presumed. Low ceiling, kind of had to work it, hope for the skip there.
Yeah, trees coming into play big time there. Cale, on the other hand, has a very clean line to the basket.
Yeah.
Just a hyzer around that tree. And he is well inside the circle there.
Looks like Thomas forehanding a zone. Great shot. Tap in birdie for him. And Emerson after a huge drive. Just throwing that Bruins justice up to the basket. Adam looking to cash this, not to drop a stroke to his card. Ooh, good bid. I think most of the times I've seen his hat come off when he putts, he drains it. Great birdie from Cale.
Yeah, this hole is not very hard. All you got to do is just get some distance off the tee and be in the fairway ideally. But even if you're not, a lot of the time you're going to have a nice standstill line that's workable to get to the pin. Secure your 3.
Almost 60% of the field able to get inside circle 1 in regulation. Nearly 3/4 of the field able to get it inside circle 2. So lots of chances for birdie on that hole. Definitely one that you want to get. Moving on to hole 12. I call this one the Mississippi River hole.
Yeah, for sure. Mississippi River right behind the basket here. Not really coming into play, I would say, but visually it looks awesome. And this hole's simple. It's got a line, and if you don't hit the line, you will be punished. Rarely do you miss the line and get some kind of putt at this basket. It just needs to be thrown really straight and maybe the slightest turn to the left at the end of the flight.
Yep. It's got to be low as well. I can't take this one more than 15 feet off the ground if you're looking to make it all the way to the hole. Emerson, I believe, throwing his gatekeeper. Yep, that it is. And this is perfect.
Beauty.
Catches a little shrubbery, probably kept it from being absolutely based, but that's a perfect spot to putt for your birdie. And Emerson looks to go 10 through 12 with that putt.
Yep, he's going to cash the birdie in on this one.
Get a little skip.
It should.
Okay. Circle's edge.
Okay.
Slight uphill bid.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
This one you can easily miss the gap and have no chance at birdie, so just getting a putt on this one is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cale's
Sick shot from Cale.
showing you how it's done.
All the way to the hole.
I wonder if he threw fairway there.
I think that might have been like an H3V2, just a simple hyzer release 70%er. Adam, great shot from him. And I think we have 4 drives inside the circle on this hole. Thomas with the longest bid, testing out the wind a little bit, seeing if it's changing up near the basket, which is closer to the river. A lot of whale sack usage going on this card.
You're needing something
Yeah.
to handle the moisture
Super
on your hand.
humid. Shout out to Tina Oakley. If you guys haven't checked out the whale sacks, definitely give them a shout.
Another circle's edge putt from Tom. You called it at the beginning of the front 9. Said that Tom would be a really good putter, and you're expecting good things out of him, and here he is, showing it off once again.
Wow. Great putt, great slow-mo, cool view from par save. And Tom, I appreciate you backing me up, buddy. I said
Yeah.
you were one of the best. You're proving it here. Emerson, this small putt to go 10 under through 12 holes.
Yeah, no problem there for him. He's already thinking about the sidearm that he's going to have to execute on the next shot.
Yep. Hard work done on that one. And we have an all-star. Well played. Not the easiest hole on the course. That one's a little tricky. You mentioned that if you hit early, you're almost left with no bid at birdie. This one coming in is the 4th hardest hole on the course. Playing nearly a half stroke under par. 52% of the field was able to card the birdie on that one.
Hole 13's a par 3 at 360 feet. It has a low ceiling, so it favors sidearm all day because it also bends to the right. So sidearm's going to be your optimal play, but you can shape a backhand in there as well. It's just got to be a really specific and more disciplined shot.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The low ceiling comes into play a little more on the backhand than it does the forehand. And I think the 360 plays a little bit less. I'd put it more at 335, 340. The miss is left and long. You don't want to be right at all of this basket. This looks ideal from Emerson.
That's a really repeatable flick for him.
Oh, yeah.
There's no power stretch at all. It's just comfortable.
Yep. Gets the disc started to the left. It naturally moves back right. And he's got about 17 feet to go 11 under through 13 holes. Great looking forehand from Tom. This might be going a bit long. Yeah, 2 feet. Pretty perfect, really.
Pretty much. Cale looks like he's got an H3 V2 in his hand here, man. This is just way more difficult of a shot than the sidearm.
Yeah, super technical.
And he just made it look easy.
Man. Perfect
Turn
shot.
over fairway, low ceiling. I'm hitting that shot 3 out of 10 times. Cale 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got a great forehand, though, and Cale loves throwing that backhand. This looks good as well. Ooh, I bet that looked nice from the tee box. A little bit short, but well inside the circle. Adam looking to get a couple in a row, get back on that train. This is the point in the course where you can string a nice stretch together. A bunch of birdieable holes in a row.
Thanks.
I think a lot of guys get to hole 13 and think to themselves, like, now it's time to birdie out, you know?
Yeah, they for sure do. There's a couple tougher ones sprinkled in throughout, but for the most part, you can find yourself streaking together these ones. No problem.
Couple easy par 4s after this.
17-footer for Emerson. Not even close to a problem.
No, just handling his business today. Fun to watch. Great birdie from Cale. Scorecard doesn't show how hard he did it, how much easier the route was for the other guys, but star frame for the card, back to back. These guys are making a move. 11 under and 10 under from Thomas and Emerson. Just doing what they need to do here at the very scoreable preserve. This next hole, you have to clear this area that you can see over that wall. Left is OB. That cart path plays normal OB, so where you went out. Right is not OB, but has some natural jail to it. Hard to get yourself out of that once you go back in.
And we got the Mississippi on the right side as well, right?
Yep.
If you were to, you could theoretically find it.
Emerson ripping on that Ballista Pro again. He's been throwing this thing fantastic all week. A little bit right. I think it stayed on the edge, though. Once you've landed inbounds and, you know, have thrown a full-speed driver, there's really not much left for you to do. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Mistake from Tom.
You're exactly right.
I don't even know that crossed inbounds up by the sidewalk. I think he's going to be well back on that one.
Be interesting to see where the card puts him. Cale has a 750 D1.
Yep. Old trusty.
No, okay.
Get up. Hard to tell exactly where that one landed. If he got in bounds, he'll still have a chance at the birdie. It's not an overly long hole. He hasn't done anything to keep himself out of it. I think he'll just need to execute a really long shot from there. And this is a good play from Adam.
This is great. There's not much skip out there either.
Aim at the OB and move away from it.
Yeah, I like the forehand first shot play.
You can see this green falls off long, so you want to get as close as you can minimize the length of the putt. All right, and they put Tom way back here. Oh, no, Tom. Flip up. Keep flipping. Man.
Yeah, it's OB. He will get to take it up there, but 1 and 2 out, 3 and 4 out, 5. He's looking at a 6 right now.
Yeah.
Unless he's throwing in.
Yeah, no, you're right. This is most likely a double bogey. Cale, don't even know that was a play for the green necessarily. It looked like he had some tricky footing.
Probably not. Was he safe?
I think he must have been.
He might not have had a run up then.
Come on, get over.
Adam swinging in a flick looks so nice. Distance is average, though. He's going to be 30 feet.
Yeah, a little further than he would have liked. And Emerson did go into the woods.
This doesn't look very fun.
No. Is that Ballista Pro again?
Yeah. It's a lot of disc. Oh, and Emerson has to lay up.
Crazy.
Par is out of the play now for him.
Yeah, he must have gotten a bad kick.
Oh, birdie is out of play now for him.
Right. Most likely a par for him. Cale, perfect shot, sliding it up there. Using the green properly. Emerson, that looks to be a harp or something very similar to that. Stable putter.
Tom doing what he has to do there. He can't run that putt.
No. Now take your medicine. Couple bad strokes already this hole. Don't compound it and make it 3 bad strokes.
Oh my God, Adam. Stuck right to my hand.
That's trouble for Adam. He's going to be circle's edge or farther.
Yeah, you heard him say it stuck to his hand. Just the humid conditions coming into play on that putt. Making sure he's got the proper grip for this next one, which appears to be about twice as long.
Yeah, this one's hard too, because you can't tell what the wind is going to be doing either. You're behind that hill, so you're being partially blocked from it.
Yeah, down in the low. That's a good point, Kev.
And the wind's swirling, so it's just all kinds of hard right now. Low there from Cale, but all that was necessary.
Yeah, able to control the hole after that poor drive and just take his par, move on. Unfortunate bogey from Adam. Just not the time to airball a putt and go down that hill. Double from Tom. Not what the doctor called for.
Not exactly, huh?
No, and you know, if Tom was able to birdie out, grab the eagle on 18, he may have had a chance to push these guys, but taking that double there almost all but puts him out of it.
I mean, you almost can't have a double bogey in this tournament and have a chance to win.
No.
The scores are so low that if you were to take a double bogey, you might not be able to miss for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, that's how small the margin of error was at this place.
Yeah, it's all about perfection out here at the Preserve. And speaking of perfection, we have a par 4 that is not really twoable, but it should be a guaranteed 3 for every person on this card. There's no excuse to not get a 3 on this hole. It's laziness.
Yep, exactly. Came in as the second easiest hole on the course, so players know they're looking to score. All you got to do is get it out this gap, and you have 300 feet. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
No worries.
And I say it's laziness, Luke, but even myself, I took a bogey on it one of the days. Just being lazy.
It's got a tricky green, plays uphill, downhill, and side hill. Any putt that misses could be left with a tricky comeback.
Right. Sometimes it gets a little bit harder than it should be.
Yeah, great shot out of Cale, 750 D1 again. You see a lot of these guys throwing the same distance driver off of a lot of these tees. I think that's one of the things you see at this course. You just get dialed with that one that you agree with that day and use it the entire round.
Yeah, there are a lot of like straighter distance shots, so I do find myself throwing my straight distance driver over and over again.
Mm-hmm. We're seeing Cale throw that 750 D1. We're seeing Emerson throw that red Ballista Pro. Just trusting the disc to put him in the position. That's all this is at the end of the day, is putting yourself in a position to then make an approach. And Tom getting a little skinny on that tree, but in the fairway now, no worries. You see the green guarded by a few pine trees long. Set up a little bit on a side hill. If you bring a hyzer in, there is an opportunity and a chance that it'll just skip left hard. This looks great, though. Oh, yeah. Played it well right of the hole, understanding that the skip was going to happen. Cale knows the course. And Emerson, he's done this 3 days in a row. Did it in the practice round, too. It's like choosing the smaller gap. I think he just likes the way that the green sets up for a forehand.
Yeah, choosing the smaller gap, but he wouldn't be choosing it if he didn't think it was the higher percentage play. So I like that little flat flick, something really consistent for Emerson.
And Tom getting a little touchy.
That was nice.
Yeah, a little turnover forehand zone, most likely. There's another zone from Adam. All these guys inside the circle. Looks like Emerson at 18 feet is going to be the longest. Oh, yeah. And if that's the longest putt, we're looking at another star frame.
As expected by these players.
Yeah, like we said, second easiest hole on the course, playing half a stroke under par. Almost 60% of the field able to get the birdie on this one. 85% of the field putting for birdie from circle 2. Crazy number. Just mere formalities for the rest of these guys, and we have a star frame. Great form out of Tom. Keeps himself pretty level throughout. Nice and smooth. And everybody playing this back nine as they should, getting the birdies. Trying to make that push as they come to the clubhouse. Third to last hole. Here we are, hole 16, Kev.
Hole 16 is a hole that plays with nothing in the way until you get to the basket. You have something guarding your lefty spike hyzer and your righty spike hyzer. The only clean way at the pin is a straight shot. This hole's hard to park, though. That's one of the things about this hole is you're going to see a lot of players trying to putt for their birdie from circle's edge.
Yep. Yeah, any spike hyzer that lands on that hill, most likely catching a crazy skip, some sort of roll, ending up further away than they would have liked. Emerson playing it well right of the green. I think this is the play here.
He just did it perfectly.
But there you see what happens.
Yeah, he caught a little too high on the hill, which the room for miss there is like none. You're either going to skip too much or not skip enough with the way that the hill is.
Yep.
But really good shot from Emerson. Explorer as well, so that it doesn't have any crazy flare. It needs to land flat for him.
Well right out of Cale. Looking to get some skip. That was a D1. I'm sure he was trying to take a little bit off of that, being that it's only a 378-foot hole.
I think he'll have a tailwind and an uphill putt from there, so it's not awful.
Yeah, definitely one he can run.
Yeah.
Big hyzer out of Adam.
Needs to hit. Yeah, very common result. Circle's edge.
Yeah, you called it. Circle's edge for the hyzers.
Usually the circle's edge is on the other side of the circle, though, from what I've seen. A lot of times when they flare off left like Adam did, they'll end up way left, like circle 2's edge.
There is a tree that can play in the way for shots, drives ending up left of the green around circle's edge. You can see it there. Tom well left and ending up near circle's 2's edge, just like you said. Wow. You called this. Didn't even need to watch the hole. Tom.
Uphill putt. This is dangerous. Maybe a headwind. No, it looks like it's left to right, so that helps a little bit, but still, if he airballs, it's going to 25 feet. Soft run.
Just a nose up. Spinner bid right there from him. Cale. Oh, that looks so good.
I had a good feeling about that one.
Yeah.
He wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
He's fighting hard for a top 5 here. He'd love to get every hole that remains.
Yep.
Adam Hammis from circle's edge uphill for birdie.
May have felt a little wind switch right there. Like we've said this entire round, that it is gusting, blowing different ways. Great putt from him.
Great concentration right there.
Yeah, I want you guys to watch this follow through. Really extends it at the basket. Holds that follow through. Great putt. Great form to mimic as well. Pumped about that one. Yeah, knows that the replications for missing that basket are most likely another circle's edge putt, so way to bang it.
And this is Emerson. Emerson is fighting right now to get as many strokes as possible. He's well ahead of the lead card. And he does make it, keeps putting pressure on. That one makes him really excited too. But if Emerson keeps birdieing, he's separating himself from the lead card, who is probably 5-6 holes behind him.
Yep.
So he can't tell what they're going to do. All he can do is set the bar and then let them try to beat him.
Yeah, for sure. And with the eagleable 18th, I think, at the end of the day, anything can happen. Cale tapping in for his par. Tom will do the same. Couple birdies, couple pars on this one. I think that's pretty typical of this hole too. Just at 50% of the field, able to grab the birdie on that one. And Emerson distancing himself from the card, setting himself apart, looking to go birdie, eagle to finish, post to score, and hope it holds up.
He's going to need this one, though. Hole 17's a par 3. It's a shorty. It's only like 250 feet. You got water long right, though, and you have a ceiling on the left side of our fairway.
Yeah.
Those are the factors that we're dealing with. If you take a tree kick and you kick super far left, you could be dealing with some trouble. But other than that, you probably are going to be in the 3 range. Needs to get through that. It ticks it, but no problem. Circle's edge.
Yeah, right to circle's edge.
That's what he needed. He just needed to look at it. His putt, there's no way. He hasn't missed today. Yeah.
No. Yeah, with the low ceiling and the super sticky grass, the margin for error on this hole, pretty small. Really got to thread it up there. Can't hope for any skip. It's landing and stopping almost assuredly where it was. Adam, feeling like a little forehand flex zone is the play for him. Probably easier to manipulate the disc low, not have to worry about that ceiling.
I think that's the idea, Luke. Too low there from Adam, though, and that's outside the circle in not a good spot.
Yeah, if he wants to run that one, it's a dangerous putt to run.
Sometimes this hole is weird. You think that all you got to do is hit this small gap, but distance control is huge.
Get through it.
Cale's distance control looks perfect.
Oh, yeah. Just barely clips the tree. Doesn't take much off of it. Left with about a 20-footer for his birdie. Oh, yeah. Sticky grass grabbed it, but he's inside the circle. We're looking at Adam from somewhere close to 50 feet.
Not looking like he's laying up.
No, but lots of water behind him, elevated basket, some swirling winds. You can see the flags in the background blowing left to right tail, so he's got to put this one up.
Down. Wow.
Oh, and it didn't blow down. Looks like I had the same wind read as him, which was not right. And Emerson, 9 inches inside the circle. Can he do it again? Goodness gracious, this kid has ice in his veins. Get another replay of this one.
He's doing some really good work right now and doing everything he can to put that pressure on the lead card of Heimberg, Nico,
Simon, Calvin. You said Calvin.
Yeah. Those
Eagles,
three guys, though.
yeah.
Those three guys are the ones that he's worried about.
And it's a big comebacker for par right here. Pretty close to that OB water behind him. It's got a little bit of a low ceiling. You guys can see that pine branch sticking out. He'll need to slide it just under that and then over the rim. He's got a good putt for this type of putt, though. Ceiling playing a little more into his mind. Unfortunate time to take a bogey. And Thomas. Big putt. Let's see if he can read this wind right. Oh, that looked like a lot of chains. And you could tell he wanted that one.
The effort on that putt was really good, though. Gave it a really good chance to get in the bucket. Cale.
Nice birdie from Cale.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're at a loss too, buddy. It looked like a good putt.
Emerson.
Thomas not qualified for the USDGC yet. I know that's playing into his mind a little bit. Wants to get that position. Top 5 players not qualified yet will get spots here, as with all Pro Tour events leading up to the USDGC. Here we are, the finishing hole, hole 18, massive carry over the water. You're looking to land your disc right about here where the drone is now, leaving you about 400 feet into this green, guarded by a sand bunker short. Not much OB other than the water on this hole. I think we'll see some guys go for eagles on this one, Kev.
Well, considering eagle is the play, I expect to see that as well.
Playing downwind today.
Left to right, huge left to right wind. Actually, if they don't get their discs up in the air, it'll crash into this hillside, which is not what you want.
Go.
Emerson,
Oh my gosh.
phenomenal shot, ideal eagle position.
Yeah, biting off the largest chunk of water that there is, clearing the whole thing, setting himself up nice. I mean, if he can post a 39, who knows?
39 is going to put plenty of pressure on the guys. that are on lead card, and nothing will be guaranteed after that.
Yes, we're seeing everybody throw their favorite drivers. Emerson went Ballista Pro. Cale went 750 D1. And that was a lot of hyzer out of the hand for Tom. May have been trying to flip that one up a little bit. I think the downwind just didn't let it flip, stabled it up a little bit. He ends up left side of the fairway, not ideal to access the green for eagle, but he should have a play. Be interested to see what he does.
That's going to get beat down, I can tell you right now.
Get up.
Wow. It might have gotten enough distance. He's still going to have an uphill run-up, which is not ideal, but
No.
it's possibly doable since we saw it skip like that.
Yeah.
Cale up first, probably like 460, 75 away.
It looks like he's going for it. Oh, yeah. Clears those guardian trees. Oh, yeah. He'll be left with about 110 feet.
Yep, nicely done there from Cale, getting over all the trouble, and now he's got an easy birdie on his hands. Maybe even give it a little run from there.
Yep. Tom. Looks like he's going for the green. Got to clear the water. Oh, yeah. Plenty clear of the water. Kind of similar position to Cale, maybe a little further out. But that's one of the things you see people do on this hole, just clear the water. It makes that third shot for birdie a lot easier if you can just get it over. Uphill run up from Adam, like you suggested, might be the case.
Yeah, there's nothing routine about this shot. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, and it's out of bounds.
Wow. There's a pond players have to play over. The pond you can see behind Emerson now, and then a small body of water connecting the two. Looks like Adam clipped a tree and fell into that water. He'll be in a good position to get up and down for his par, but not the way he wanted to finish. Emerson Keith, this is huge. If he can get up and down right here, he may have given himself the margin that he needs to possibly win this, possibly put it into a playoff.
This shot is totally necessary, though. He needs this.
Move left, skip two. Now
That's
roll. Yes,
plenty.
great putt from Emerson. He'll be left just inside 50 feet, maybe 45
Oh, yeah.
for the eagle.
Maybe even less. So Adam right pushed up against this water.
Zone.
Oh, short. Okay.
Yeah.
More work to do from Adam. He's going to have a par putt from possibly outside the circle. Tom with a nice shot right there.
Tapping birdie to end his tournament. Fantastic play from Thomas in this tournament. Fun to watch. I think this is his first time getting on coverage. So to play well, hit a bunch of good putts. Just hats off to that guy. Good work this weekend, Thomas.
All right, Adam has not hit one of these putts all round. I'm expecting one. He's due for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Bogey finish. Not the way Adam had drawn it up, but overall great play from him on the weekend just to end up in a position like this and have 30 plus birdies. You know, it's a great weekend at the end of the day. He should hang his head high.
Emerson from 40 feet for 39 under. It's just dead center.
Dead center, a little fist pump from him. He knows how big that was.
What a competitor.
Yeah, I believe he played the back nine in 9 under par. He had a par and an eagle. Is that right?
Yeah, he sure did.
Fantastic play from him. And I mean, is there more dead center?
No, the putt was unreal.
So sick. What a competitor. Emerson Keith constantly playing his best golf at the highest stage. I don't know, we might see some big things from this guy later this year into next year. Possibly a world championship, a major.
Well, he's definitely got all the potential in the world. $16 under for Emerson is going to put him at 39 under. Will that be enough for the Pro Tour win? This would be his first Pro Tour win as well. So,
I mean, he did all he could there at the end. Played his heart out. Hit every putt he looked at. Fun watching this with you, Kev. Had a good time. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, a lot of hot golf we saw there. Some good putting and driving. Thank you guys for joining us for Parsave's coverage at the Preserve Championship 2020, brought to you by Prodigy Disc.
And there you see it. Nico LaCastro winning a Pro Tour event. Biggest win for him in a little while. So awesome to see. He played this course fantastic all weekend. There we see you, Kev. Slow start, but fantastic second round. And way to keep fighting. Thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate Parsave putting this together. This is the 2020 Preserve Championship presented by Prodigy.
Yeah, and we will see you guys next week at Silver Cup. I believe Parsave is going to be covering the 2020 Silver Cup, so stay tuned.
Hang tight. We'll see you soon.
Yep, check it out.